All right. I do believe that it's about time that we get started. Welcome to the stream if you are here. If you're not here, you are still welcome as always. Today is a wonderful Saturday in which, what is this? It's City of Mist. Um,
Whoa.
unfortunately, due to,
What's a mist?
Nothing.
unfortunately,
What's amiss with you?
since we missed the Mist, on Wednesday, and we're going to be missing Mist this upcoming Wednesday. We're doing some weird scheduling
I don't
stuff.
get that one.
Of course not. You're not going to be there. Um, we're doing it today and Tuesday. So weird scheduling stuff. Yeah, we're gonna get it done though. But since we're already running a little behind, um, we're gonna roll into it. There's just one thing I do want to make sure that people are aware of. Since this is a new session, the flashback is available once again to be used as part of this session. I've already added on the bag of pills and the compelling card, as I have called it, onto the iceberg, which you can see here, as well as drawn a few lines to show what you all were able to accomplish within the last session. But as part of our voiceover monologue, Gizmo is going to be
Part of the voiceover
starting it.
monologue. Shit.
All right, Gizmo, let it rip.
Alright. You're browsing the internet and you see a little ping on your phone come up. There's a new article from your favorite Substack author. You open it up to see what's going on. What's up, gamers and all those seeking truth? Welcome back for another dose of news. I've had myself a doozy of a time, and now I've got another bombshell for yous. We got a case where folks are going missing, then coming back somehow changed. So far, we don't have very many leads, but we found some things that seem awfully strange. We asked around and piqued some guy's interest. Trailing him, we found a shadowed deal. Our own private dick made too much noise, and our cover was blown. Our marks would soon turn heel. A chase ensued. The perps they flew, but we pursued. Through darkened brick and under brighter lights. We hunted them down, and once we caught up, they spilled their beans without much of a fight. Pills it was, just as I had guessed, delivered by a sinister group unseen. A purple business card with power great. So far, that's all we've gleaned. There's more to come, of that I have no doubt. Send me any tips that you have sleuthed. Cash tips, too, I would be grateful for, because I got 20 stitches jumping off a roof. Article ends.
I love that. That was fucking great, and I love that you did, in fact, go all the way and made it rhyme.
Oh,
That
yeah.
I
is
am the
amazing.
contaminator,
That is
I am the
fucking
contaminator.
great.
just like Midsummer Night's Dream.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And with that, I think that's it. Yes. So,
I understood half of what happened. It was a little bit too fast for my Mexican bimbo brain.
well,
I'll send you
it,
the transcript.
yeah, it was a
I'm sorry,
wonderful, wonderful recap. Um, but yes, with the compelling card and the bag of pills in hand, you all reconvene at the Prig Agency to look over what all you might be able to do next. And unfortunately, neither the bag of pills nor the compelling card are giving you much of a lead right out of the gate. But they're big, big pieces in this game that is afoot. You all are going to need just a little bit of time to work out your next step, I'm sure. And as such, while people are taking their own personal steps and waiting for what comes next, we will be starting this session off with a downtime montage. Now, there's a
Real
lot
quick,
of...
Rise, I sent it in a going live chat if you want to look at it.
Thank you.
No worries.
Now, there are a number of things that you all can do as part of a downtime montage. Could I ask Gizmo, since you are the one that did the session start, go ahead and execute the downtime special move for me so we have that list in the chat.
Alright then. Kaboom.
All right.
Jesus Christ, that's a lot. Alright.
So, yes, there are a lot of different things that you can potentially do, and each of you is going to get to choose one thing to do. Not everything is going to be directly useful to you in the moment, but your main things are give attention, or either give attention to a logos or a mythos. Work the case in which you tell everyone what you're trying to do, basically take the clues that you have so far and really dig down deep, seeing if you can get some answers out of it. The prepare for your next activity, that basically allows you to either recover a burnt tag or get 3 juice that you can just hold on to until a relevant moment. This is great for if you have an idea of what's coming next and you want to make sure that you give it as much oomph as possible. Or you can just have it kind of in your back pocket. And finally, the recover from your last activity. That is, if you have any statuses that are still affecting you, we can reduce those either by 1 tier or potentially by more than 1 tier, assuming that you have relevant tags or a main way to get rid of it. That's mostly for like if you have a broken limb, then you might be able to like go to the doctors and get that kind of start healing that.
Mhm.
So those are your main ways that you can go about this. Everybody gets to choose one, though I will say that the work the case thing, because it gives 3 clues, I will not allow more than 2 people to work the case at most, and that's only if you are splitting up the 2 clues that you had, in which you will still have to tell me how you are actually investigating that specific thing, and you will only be able to ask questions about that specific thing. If you want to dedicate 1 person to that, you'll have 3 clues to ask about either of the things as you investigate both. How you want to handle that is completely up to you.
I know I gave the recap and everything, but what again do we know about the compelling card? I know it's got some sort of like power emanating from it.
Yes.
But I
So
don't remember the exact nature of that power.
So it was discussed very briefly at the nightclub with Ekram, and it seems to match the description that he provided. It's a card that's roughly the size of your typical business card. That is like a deep purple, and all that it said on it when it was picked up by Frigg was something along the lines of uh like like do you want to get away? We have what you want, or something along those lines. So something that just doesn't make much sense. It sounds like it's inviting a person to something, but there's no details. However, as he was holding it, it was clear that there was a pull on his mind. It didn't take like it wasn't much, just enough to kind of realize that someone of a weaker will could potentially be compelled by this. To do what, you're not entirely sure, but it's clear that this card was not meant for you.
Do I have the option to discuss among everybody here?
Yeah, of course. This is your downtime. Basically, you are all back at at your agency right now and determining, okay, how much time do we need to dedicate to this? Who is going to be working this particular part of it? And when do we reconvene? So discuss amongst yourselves who you want to have working the case, and anybody that's not working the case, tell me what else you are doing.
I'm personally real tempted by Explore Your Mythos.
All right. Anybody else have anything?
Mm, Since you said the business card holds a draw, but only for people that are weaker willed, could you give up, and follow where the card wants to take you? Or like follow the pool that it's trying to do?
That could be something that you could try with working the case. All that you need to tell me when you work the case is what kind of path you are trying with the information that you have, and you'll be able to ask some proper questions using the clues from there to see what all you find through that method. So that may be
Mhm.
something that you can try. Though again, you have no way of knowing if it will work like outright or if it will
Sure.
actually lead you where you want.
Yeah. Hmm. Because I was just gonna ask, did anybody want to try that to see? Because it's definitely the cards and everything are taking people where they don't want to go. So maybe if we followed the pool of it, we could get more answers from where they're going.
Yeah. I will tell you for free that, as a reminder, the one that had the compelling card was the person that was there to presumably buy the drugs.
Mhm.
They seemed to understand what they were there for, though not exactly like
Why?
why.
Mhm.
So as such, it's clear that at least for this card, for whatever reason, this more than likely was compelling them. This is what led them like down this path at the very least.
Mhm.
I don't know what to do with my downtime, honestly.
How long does this downtime last?
Um,
As long as we need it to.
yeah, pretty much as
For one
long,
of these things.
yeah, as long as
So
you
let's
need it
just say
to.
if downtime needs to last like 3 weeks in game.
If it needs to last 3 weeks, then
That's a
man,
long
yeah,
downtime, of course. But
it's a long downtime. But fuck, like technically that's possible. Just understand that if you are trying to do something that's going to take a long time, um, and we have to actually dedicate that much time to the downtime, things are going to
things are
continue
gonna
in the
have to change.
world. Yeah, things are
Yes.
going to develop with the case without your input.
If we take 3 weeks, they also get 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's a good
Uh,
chance that any lead that you have is going to dry up very fucking quickly. So anything that you are trying to do, understand that this is like ideally you're not taking more than like a day or two to kind of find your next thing, especially with something like this where time is of the essence.
as a private investigator, I probably have some connections to people that can test narcotics. Or I assume narcotics are illicit substances. So I could always get the pills and take it to them to have them see what exactly is being handed out to people.
You could try to do that, yes. Are you wanting to be the one to work the case?
I didn't, if, as headstrong as Freak is, I'm not. If somebody else wanted to work with it, I wasn't going to take the opportunity away from them.
Okay.
Uh, well, if it's the pills we're talking about, I know one way we can figure out what they do real quick.
I wasn't about to put anybody here into just taking pills that we've gotten from a drug dealer. But if you find yourself willing, help yourself.
Now I think I've given enough to this case. Just
Hmm.
kind of tenderly touch the scars still on my face.
What type
Then-
of pills are these?
We don't
That's
know.
a very good question.
What do these pills look like?
Oh,
The pills look like they are capsules. So it's the kind of pill that like it's not a solid like pill. It is there's something going to like some kind of powder that's going to be contained within it.
Someone just brought some medical grade plastic.
what's the color of the powder?
and Put the powder in.
Yes. Without actually either trying the pills or looking or taking some time to look into the pills, you would have no way of knowing what they actually do.
The capsule's opaque.
Can I try to foresee what they would do?
Oh.
Alright, I'm gonna think real hard about taking one of these pills.
Flashlight, give me the power.
Unfortunately, I would. As funny as that would be, I would say unless somebody was actually like rearing to fucking go, like taking these pills, and you've tried to foresee it to stop them, the only way that you're gonna foresee it is if somebody actually is like, I'm gonna take it. You'll see what happens to them, and then it'll happen to them.
Hey, you're gonna keep me safe, right?
Of course.
Even better, because you'll see what's going to happen, right?
Absolutely. The
There's
moth
no
will
way this could
provide.
possibly go wrong.
Oh my
way
God.
This could possibly
moth-
go wrong.
Will provide. Have faith in the moth. Whatever can happen, it can't happen so quickly that we can't intervene.
Whew.
I have a doctor on standby.
I'm going to set
We're gonna drive
my-
to the hospital.
Oh no. Rise is not okay with us taking the pills.
We have lost we have lost the Risendar.
No!
Micah, don't leave me here, Micah.
He dissolved
some-
into shadow.
This is some sick jazz to evaporate to.
Oh, yeah.
Chill.
I mean, it
chill
is a
jazz
case
beats
about
to
missing
evaporate to.
persons.
Chill vibes to disappear too.
Sure,
Oh,
she'll be
man.
fine. I guess that's what happens when you take the pills.
Yeah.
She just took them. She just popped them while we were arguing over it.
I mean, while we're waiting, Beetle, what would you, what are you considering for downtime?
That is a fantastic question. Do I not have any status effects? I could have sworn I was like,
We're all temporary.
Yeah, a lot of status effects that happened last session were temporary ones. Things like just being a little tired or being content or something along those lines. Those are things that you recover from very quickly. The
okay.
Yeah, the more permanent ones are things like a sprained ankle, or like heavy burns, gunshot wound. Those are ones that are going to require a little bit more effort to recover from. You don't just walk those off usually.
Okay. Well, in that case, the only other thing I'm thinking of possibly doing is attending to one of my Logos themes, in particular, defining relationship. I really should probably, make it in for some church services and whatnot.
Okay. That's a really good one. All that you'd have to do is just tell us how you go about it, and we'll mark attention on that.
All right.
I mean, they
Yeah.
did just say they're gonna go to church service.
Sick.
Exactly.
Yeah, I gotta go attend to my. I have duties. You people tend to forget this. I'm actually very important.
Well,
Well, I think I
they-
might have some duties too. That's why I'm gonna take these pills.
Awesome.
I'm gonna go
Hey.
take these to a professional office and get them looked at. Please don't take them.
but
Wait,
that
are
but
we
it would
not
be
doing
so
the take the
fun.
pills thing?
Well,
gotta
yeah,
do it
no. Oh, okay.
Come on.
Well, Lucian has to go do a service, so they don't have time to look into a flashlight right now.
What if they're magic pills?
Yeah,
They're
they could be
probably
magic
magic
pills.
pills. That's probably.
People keep coming back for them,
Is
so
your
they gotta
lab
be.
gonna figure out that they're fairy dust or some shit? Because I don't think it will.
I mean, I have some connections that I could, by strings I could probably pull to get some information about what the heck's happening to these pills, but
But what
do
if
you
I want to
really-
get my strings pulled? You know what I mean?
Do you really
Hey.
want to risk it?
I mean, a little bit, yeah.
Oh,
It's not very often you get the new hot street drugs for free.
yeah.
It's true.
My readers have a right to know.
It's gonna be a safe space. We're gonna,
Yeah, it's gonna be a safe space, Frig. Don't worry about it.
faithless harlots.
Take the pills. Just come
Faithless
on.
harlots.
Take the pills. And if I have to strap you down to somewhere to make sure you don't try to run out of my office, I will.
I'd love to see you try.
What if we could pawn them off onto some rando, and then I could foresee.
That seems
Or we could
unethical.
just use. I guess the foresight at that point isn't. We could just use them as a guinea pig.
We could just use regular sight.
What's the fun in that?
I'm gonna take
Circumcised sight.
Because we don't have to take a whole pill. If they're just like powder that somebody shoved in some medical plastic, I can pop that pill capsule open and just shoot half a capsule's worth of powder.
How the fuck are you gonna separate?
Same
If
way we
it's
did
a-
with the Rutin.
But
Bitch
it's
just
but
fills a fucking medical capsule
What the
full of
fuck are you
baking
d-
flour.
Remember the Rutin pills that we
Christ.
got?
yes, I remember the root and
And they're
pills.
just these little plastic things, and you can pull them open, and
Where's
Yeah, but-
Rise?
I
But
don't
Where
know.
is Rise?
But the powder. But okay,
They're
but
offline.
you can't. So if you pull okay, so it has to be vertical. The pill
They're s-
when
yeah,
you
they're
open
still
it, or else
here
the powder's
in,
just
in
gonna
Forge.
pour out of it. But if you do it horizontal, the powder's gonna pour
The
out
powder
of it.
doesn't pour out that regularly. It's got quite a bit of cohesion usually.
Does it
You can,
truly?
you can do it kind of like this.
This is not how I've imagined pills.
How do you think I
I don't
did
know.
Because
I
I've
don't
done this
know.
in real life with those Rutin pills.
I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, in fact, like a lot of times, older patients that may have trouble like actually consuming pills properly, if they don't have another form that they can take, they will actually tell them to pop open the pill and like have just the powder poured out instead
Yeah.
that they could just
no.
down with a glass of water.
Now that I know. That I totally know. It's this splitting it in an even half.
Yes, like it
splitting
is
the powder
literally
capsule in an even
is
half.
literally two
Okay.
halves that you can just kind of twist and pull apart.
Incredible.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy that it's like an actual thing.
It's really fucked up. It's really fucked up when you think about it. It's like those fucking plastic Easter eggs, but they're medicine.
Yeah, actually, not too dissimilar. The only real difference is that
Yeah.
like the two halves have a lot more like overlap on them to make sure that they
Yeah.
stay sealed. Like you can actually, if you happen to like have any pills like it lying around, you can actually even see if you like kind of push on both ends, it usually has a little bit more give where it can push together more to be smaller. But it does reach a certain point. But yeah, if you take it apart, it's just two little plastic halves.
Exactly. So it'd be very easy for me to take a completely reasonable and measured dose of this mystery pill.
Yeah, just half a bump.
Exactly. And because it's a powder, I could snort it too, so we'll
I was
get the
about. I
effects
was.
quicker.
Yeah. I was just thinking. Well, I don't think we want you to have them quicker.
Yeah.
All right, I'm not gonna ruin your fucking good time. You don't need to look at me like that.
Well, all right. So I don't know what's going on with Rise. I hope that everything's okay, but the show must go
Oh,
on.
wait, they're on mobile. They're on mobile.
Probably gonna
Hello?
tell us that their power went out or something.
Asking them now.
We do have a harder stop at 9 tonight, so if we must
Gotta-
plow on we shall.
Gotta go big EP.
I mean, it sounds like at the very least, Rise is not uh, wanting to work the case directly. So it sounds like so far we have Beetle wanting to give attention to their logos. Um, both uh, both Gizmo and Blazer have talked about wanting to work the case. But as I had stated, if one of you goes down, is exploring the bag of pills, and the other one has to explore the compelling card. If you're wanting to get any new information.
Well, if
I will say, all jokes aside, you probably have enough tags to get a pretty good exploration of the pills done. Honestly, even if you wanted to use like eyes and ears from from our crew theme book, potentially even the friggin' office, for somewhere to do it all. That could be probably more useful than me just popping random pills. As fun as it would be. And I have wooded paths.
That is
So
about to
I
pop up, yeah.
is about to pop. Which is why I was tempted to explore my mythos, but that would involve me just figuring out what lies down the paths I've yet to travel. Basically, finding some new paths to go down versus actually following where the what do you call it? Business card leads. But I could use my wooded paths to try to follow where the business card leads and work that angle potentially.
You could. Whichever one you think is best. Ultimately, it's up to you, and what if you think is going to help you the most, or that you want your character to explore. Obviously, I would say that if you do choose to give attention to your mythos, not only is that perfectly reasonable, but it would result in an immediate theme improvement that we would be able to cover as part of it.
That would be so tempting. I mean, strictly speaking, Micah doesn't really know what exactly she wants to do with her whole vibe.
Yeah, that's why I was saying, like, we can press forward, get you all taken care of real quick, so that if Rise comes back, we can just quickly knock that out and keep going.
That's the spirit.
So, in that case, then I think, unless I am mistaken, we are pretty settled on logos for Beetle, mythos for Gizmo, and work the case for Blazer, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Sounds good to
Yep.
me.
You.
All right. Well, in that case, then we'll take care of the easiest one first. Lucian, you make sure to spend some time with your faithful. Thing is how you have such a sense of duty to them. You try not to stay away from them for too long. And they are happy to have you back and assisting wherever you can. Effectively, until you get the call from Frigg or one of the others to return, we will assume that you are just helping them spread the good word.
Amen.
Hallelujah.
As for Robin, since you did want to explore your mythos, are you in fact choosing wooded paths?
Well, about that. Yes.
Okay. In that case, then, your mystery is, of course, what lies down the paths I have yet to travel. You said that you were just going to kind of go on a bit of an exploration while you wait for the call. You will, of course, be gaining one clue with a method and a source based on your description. So, as you are going through these paths, this clue that you find, what question would you like to ask in regards to your mystery?
Well, I want to know if there's more to be found within these wooden paths than just doorways to the stage. You know, gateways to the real world, as it were.
That is a wonderful question. And I will say that while you have not found them yet, you have tried to make yourself as familiar with the wooded paths as you feasibly can. And every once in a while, you feel that there are more. It's every once in a while a new path opens down one that is oh so familiar. Shortcuts that you've taken suddenly have divergences that weren't there before. Somewhere out there, surely, yes, there is a path that would lead you away. Something beyond the backstage. Though where exactly that lies, that is harder to tell, and I'll leave it up to you as to whether or not that is more scary than compelling. But it is clear that the paths themselves, they are constantly evolving. Hell, you have found that some paths have even cut off that were there before, forcing you to find new ways. So, I suppose there is another question to be had, which is what causes these paths to be created or removed? And perhaps would you, in knowing this, be able to make your own paths somewhere beyond?
Well, that is a question, isn't it?
You will, of course, get one attention on wooded paths, which will put you at 3.
Nice.
And that is enough for an improvement. So, on page 101 is the mobility
You better
improvements.
believe I'm already looking at that shit. I don't know which one I want, to be completely honest with you. Not immediately, anyway.
I'm right here, you little shit.
No, that's not one of them, though it would be tempting.
Also, I have a quick question for you, Ramble.
Yes.
Why are you doing 5 grams of cocaine?
Oh, so, alright, so do you actually know what that even is?
I see the fucking Polish cow.
Yeah, exactly. It's the Polish
Oh.
cow. The first 2 lines are like, all that's in my head is 5 grams of cocaine.
That's what he's saying?
Yes!
Go people popita. People popita. It's 5 grams of cocaine in another language? What the fuck?
Yes, it's a really fucking like kind of depressing song actually because yeah, it's if I remember correctly, it's about a guy that's just like drugged the fuck up and does not know what he's doing with his life.
The magic of other languages that we just don't understand until we look up the translations.
Right?
Fucking 99 Luftballons.
I love knowing Luftballons.
Yeah, that's a very good one.
990.
Right. Well, while you look over the improvements and determine what you want,
Yeah.
I'm gonna move on to working the case.
Oh, okay, yeah, sure.
Yeah, think it over a bit. Blazer, Brig,
Yes.
you are going to work the case. How exactly are you planning on doing this? Like, are you trying to investigate both the card and the bag of pills, or are you trying to zero in on one of them?
Since the card's gonna take me back to another location to get more pills, I don't think that might be the best lead, considering the last person that we found with the pills didn't exactly know anything. So I'm just going to try to look into the pills themselves to see if I can find any more information about what they're giving people.
All right. Excellent. All right. So in that case, then you start looking into the bag of pills specifically, while the others split off to take care of their own business. You basically just tell them that you'll let them know when you get another lead, and you start calling in some favors. You have worked with a couple people in regards to, mystery drugs before, though this one is very new to you, and especially since it is definitely magical in nature, you try to make sure you find someone that is a little bit more mythically inclined. And when you go to them and show them the pills, they immediately perk up and like, where did you get these?
Made a bus. Somebody happened to be carrying these pills and giving it to people that don't need them. So rather than letting it circulate on the street, I bring it to you to find out what people are being given.
He takes a long drag of a cigarette and just puts out and so did you bust another rift, or did they even know what these things were?
They had no idea. Can't tell if it was a rift. They didn't have the opportunity to show us if they were magically inclined.
All right, yeah. Let's see what we could find out. He takes the pills, kind of pulls out a couple tools, puts them out in front of him. It's not much. He basically pulls out like a little tray, couple things to kind of look at the different like grams or powder, or seeing if there's any like thing that it can kind of just be diluted into. And he immediately starts kind of taking a couple pills apart and kind of dumping them out. You actually can get a good look at the powder, and it does appear to also be a very deep purple, that has a light sparkle to it.
Told you, very
Of
You-
course, I'm asking a lot of you. I'm not expecting you to work some miracles. Just give me a lead about what people are being given.
Frig, of course I'm gonna tell you what it does. I'm gonna do my best.
I know
What you
are.
have here, though, is there's definitely some magic here. There's definitely more than one person that uses a little bit of pixie dust, as it were. Though this one is not one that I'm familiar with. He starts kind of just he keeps going about his business, kind of like diluting in things and just shaking up vials, seeing if anything comes up. And after a little bit, he like, all right, so this clearly has directly emotional effects. If I had to guess, I would say this seems to be, what's the word I'm looking for? I guess lethargic in nature. And from what I'm seeing on here, if you were to take some of this, even a little bit, more than likely it would. Damn, trying to describe it. It would take your cares away, like literally.
Relax you to
No, not necessarily relax.
take away your agency.
Not even take away your agency. Like, you know, like what if you could? What if you had like, I don't know, an assignment that was coming up that was very stressful, and you took one of these? You wouldn't just like be okay with the assignment. You would stop caring that it exists. This is dangerous stuff.
Of course.
Now,
with how much they wanted to keep it out of my hands, I would expect it to be something unsafe.
so this is strong. Like real strong. This is stuff that would stay in your system for a long time. Like it's the kind of shit that somebody would like use to charm an individual, but it doesn't seem like they're trying to compel them so much as just bringing them down.
The work of a Logos, no doubt. Considering the potency of such a formula.
Yeah, but what I don't understand is what they would hope to accomplish with this. Like, I've seen a lot of drugs in my time, but most of the time they serve some kind of actual purpose. What would anybody have to do with something that basically just takes it all away? That's a fast track.
No strings attached, no loose ends. The person's still alive. It's just they won't be a concern to whoever gave this to anybody.
Well, yeah. Let me see if there's anything else. At this point, you do have your 3 clues. You can ask them either directly to me or to him. Of course, And I have to answer truthfully with whatever you ask, but they need to be in relation to the pills. Either what they actually will do, or like where you might, or where they might be able to lead you, that kind of stuff.
Now, you mentioned that you've dealt with a lot of illicit substances, and I know you have. You've done a few busts for me in the past, but have you seen these before, or something similar?
Well, I have not seen these in particular. I've seen things like it though. Are you
Anything that's
familiar
strong?
with Ekram? Ekram Din.
Ye-
Ekram Din was the
Yes.
bartender.
Yeah, yep. I was like, yeah, that's the bartender, yeah.
He doesn't use this, but he uses something similar in his drinks. It's a means by which he can use his mythoi powers a bit more discreetly. And basically through just simple infusion of a salt or whatever you're wanting to make, simple powder. Hell, this could have been flour before it got infused with whatever the hell this is. From there you can put it wherever you want. Obviously there is a certain shelf life to these things, but this definitely, it seems like it's that kind of deal. I've not seen
Or do you-
this.
It could be somebody attempting to frame the bartender.
Well,
Of course, the looks are deceiving, but
yeah, that's not for me to decide, Dick. That was clue number 1. What would you like to ask for your second clue?
I think it's just a hair. Do you think I could leave this to you to have you work out a way to remove some of the effects of this substance from somebody?
I mean, I could look into it a little bit more, but without a test subject, as it were. And I'll tell you right now, no, I'm not gonna be the guy to be the one testing it on myself.
Well,
Not
not exactly
really.
you. I have somebody who had the unfortunate effect of taking one of these.
I see. Well, in that case, I can at least tell you this. One of these pills, maybe even a couple of these pills, fuck you up. It fuck you up for a good while. But you could pull yourself back. You could recover, so long as you're willing to do so. But unfortunately, with how potent this is, there is a point in which
Of no
there is
return.
no return. And depending
I was
on
hoping you
how
wouldn't tell
much
me
your
that.
buddy took, he may be gone.
Only thing that might be able to bring him back now is the logos, then. Well, mythos.
Potentially. Now,
Uh,
the thing about these is, I suppose I'm giving you a little bit more from this clue than what you specifically asked.
Hmm.
But if I had to guess, if you could find who's making these, perhaps they have a means by which they can release their hold. Or if they're
Okay.
taken down, well, perhaps it will just go away. A lot of these effects that you see don't tend to have a lasting effect if the individual no longer is around to bring it into our world.
Hmm. You gave me a direction, and you let me draw the line to what I need to know. I don't think there's anything else about the pills that I could ask.
All right. Well, in that case, then, since there is one more clue, I will give you the choice. You can either hold on to this, and if something comes up that's in relation to it, or like you think of another question, you could potentially ask it then. You just need to remember that you have it. Or I can give you like one last little piece of information to kind of send you off with.
I think I'll hold it.
Okay. All right. Well, in that case, then. With Prize still not here, and I'm assuming you didn't get any response.
Her
Otherwise,
power was out.
her power's out. Okay.
Power's out.
All right. Well,
Damn.
I mean, if she comes back, we'll bring her into the fold. But until then, show must go on. So, you call up the others. Robin and Lucian pick up without too much issue, though unfortunately.
Lucian, I'm very glad that you didn't decide to take one of these.
What's that?
It wouldn't have been very good. You might have been out of commission for just a little bit.
I mean, Robin was the
listen,
one that was going
I-
to take it.
Yeah,
Right.
I I have to be the one to remain clear-headed and distribute the help of the moth.
This is true.
Sorry, give me just a second. Let me just throw myself off the balcony real quick.
I foresee this ending well.
Robin, it's a good thing you didn't take it.
So it would seem. Oh, by the way,
But-
I did end up deciding to go with 9 lives for my improvement.
Wonderful. All
I
right.
take the risk with power tags from Wooded Paths. It's dynamite.
Dynamite, baby.
Yeah, basically, if I do well enough, I get 12 or up, then I get juice that I can use on essentially changing the game.
Let you really double up for taking a proper risk and using this. Yeah. I think that's awesome. And unfortunately, Micah did not pick up, so it is just you three at this moment.
I had
So-
a very busy shift at the hospital.
So Frigg fills you all in on what he found. And while there's not anything specific to add to the board just yet, this does at least give you some good information. Now, what we can talk about is your main leads from here. Of course, Andrew and Melissa Moore. You know where Melissa Moore lives. She told you where they were at, just in case you had to contact them about any more leads that you found. Um, Last that you heard from her, Mr. Moore is still at the house and had shown no signs of being willing to leave. Past that, you of course did still have Cord Construction, which is where he worked. Now, before you didn't have a whole lot to go on when it came to his work, but you did hear from Akram Din that he had some other friends, coworkers that he used to go to the nightclub with. While you did not get any direct information about who they were or what happened, it is clear that he did make sure to mention that Mr. Moore was there alone. It seems as though his friends may have also either stopped going to the nightclub, or perhaps they may know something and might be worth investigating. You know exactly where you might be able to find them. The last thing is the bag of pills. While you do not know who is giving these pills to the drug dealer, I will add one more thing to the board in the form of a lead. This, if you can find where the pills came from, then it stands to reason you will find the mule. And the mule would probably be your best direct line to whoever is doing this. Somebody is getting those pills to the dealers. Presumably multiple dealers, not just this one. But at the very least, the dealer had no connection, so there has to be a middleman that's actually getting them these drugs. Though unfortunately, I will say, you don't really have any means of investigating who the mule might be or how you would go about finding them just yet. But you do know that they are out there somewhere, and they're going to be your most direct line as of right now.
I got two things that we might want to try to do. One is we do a little bit of research into Cord Construction. Or this one's just a hunch and a bit of a reach. We might want to try to stake out the nightclub without actually directly interacting and just see where Ekram goes.
You want we should trail the guy for you?
Yeah, you could. I don't know whether or not that's going to get us anywhere, but just considering the similarities. What do y'all think?
Yeah, since you have the information now that that Rig found, like, kind of what are you two thinking? Like, with the information that's had, like, is there anything that's coming to mind for either of you as to a good next step? Any other information that you may have gleaned from those questions that maybe you want to know more? Maybe you want to try to pull on his clue for a question that's burning for you.
Lucian looks deep in thought.
So sorry. Was that directed at me in particular?
I mean, it was directed at both you and Robin, um, but
Mm.
Fuck, dude. Uh,
Go on.
Mm.
uh,
Yes, this wall here looks like a wall.
can I pick
Doesn't it just?
option C? Um, I'm so sorry. I heard burning clues.
okay.
What do you think about what you know so far?
Yeah, like, do you have, based on the information, do you have any leads that you think should be followed in particular, or do you, like, with the clue that that Frigg still has floating, maybe you have a question about the drugs that wasn't asked, and you might want to try to pull on that.
Did we
Or
establish if they were uppers or downers?
They take your cares away.
That's a downer.
literally.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. All right. All right. Yeah, that's about what I got. Yeah, no, I don't have anything in particular.
All right. And Robin, anything on your end, like a particular way that you want to go?
Not as such as much for me, no. I'm definitely interested to see where the mule is, but I feel like we've got a plan for that one.
What do you have for finding the mule? What do you think?
We're gonna trail Ekram, weren't we?
To find that, yeah, to see if we can supply the mule. Okay.
Yeah, no, I was down with that plan personally.
Yeah, you were down with that plan. Okay, I just wanted to make sure. Okay. Yeah,
I
and
too
especially
am.
since both of your abilities are suited for trailing combat or trailing in stealth. I might not be the most suited for sneaking, but rather than I could go find information at Cord, since that's going to be a very public location, it's going to be pretty safe.
Okay, so you're talking about potentially splitting the team up, letting at least Robin do some investigating on Ekram potentially,
Mhm.
and taking either yourself solo or putting Lucian with one of you two to assist.
Robin's abilities make it very easy to traverse around.
That's
This is
very
true.
true. All right. Well, I'm perfectly fine with this plan. It's just a matter of where does Lucian go?
Where does Lucian go, indeed?
Well, I mean, I suppose that's up to you. Do you,
I kind of thought for a second you'd zone out again. It's like,
like,
Lucian,
do you want to help Frigg with cord construction, investigating that? It would be a lot more in the open, probably a day task, for the most part. And it would be a lot more public. Or do you want to be all espionage with Robin?
Hmm.
Like, and I suppose Robin, do you think that going solo would be more beneficial to you, allowing you to use your paths a bit more freely?
if you feel more comfortable, of course, I can always come with you as well, Robin. But you're a very independent individual. You have your own everything sorted out.
Yeah, but I like running around and having shenanigans with other characters. So...
You do have a point. If you,
Hmm.
I do not mind if I was to join, or we were all just to go together.
I personally do like the idea of espionage a little bit more. Lucian's not the most well suited to the general public.
Then we shall save the direct questioning for another time. Let's
It
espionage.
hasn't really borne much fruit. I mean,
No.
it did bear you 3 clues when you worked, but still.
Yeah. Unfortunately, a gentleman covered in bandages is not. People don't really want to ask or talk to me very much.
Okay.
No.
So espionage it is. I'm fine with that.
All right. In that case, then, you all decide to look into Ekram Din. You said you were going to stake out the club. What exactly are you looking for with this? Are you
Just seeing if Ekram would either be doing dealings on the inside of the club or if they're leaving the club to provide the illicit drugs to the mule.
okay?
Because
Well,
the deal happened outside of the club last time. It wasn't in the club.
yeah, it definitely like they got kind of chased away a block or so, but yes,
Mhm.
it was they were. Yeah. Let's see. So, does somebody want to investigate?
Before we hopefully start the investigation, I'm going to run to the restroom.
Okay. Hmm. Hmm.
Yes, I do agree.
Yes?
Yes, I would tend to be affable to this judgment.
Fucking hell.
Yes?
Yes?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Yes?
Jesus Christ.
Yes?
Yes.
Yes?
Hello?
Oh.
Hello?
Hello?
Sorry about that.
Hooray!
Welcome back. Yeah.
Hooray!
I lost my pants while I was walking out my room. I got it back though.
Okay. All right. Well,
Yay!
yeah, whoever's going to be taking kind of the lead on this, I would like an investigation roll. Since you're kind of just generally watching and waiting and seeing kind of what happens if you get any information. That's how we're kind of going to start this. So, who's taking lead?
I'm okay with doing that. Would anybody else like the option? I don't want to just take everything.
I wouldn't.
When it comes to investigating, at least to start, I think you can get us kicked off. Once things get a little bit more sneaky, I might
Take the lead.
Yeah,
I gotcha.
more
Yeah, yeah.
active role in it.
All right.
Okay,
Want to make a roll?
go for it.
So we are core move, investigate. Don't change any modifiers, right? Or
Well, I haven't been given anything
sorry.
yet.
I gotta click stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just
yeah,
tell me
yeah,
what you're
yeah.
doing to like actually investigate this.
Yeah,
So-
and click stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd say it's mainly going to be a stakeout where we just watch, so that would be as we hide and just keep an eye on the dark corners. People aren't probably going to be making an illicit deal directly out in the open. They're going to be hiding around the places of the city. So we just got to kind of look for that, see what's happening,
Okay.
and we could always combine that with the worried about the eyes in the mist. Concerned about whether or not they know we're on to them. Considering we did a bust not too long ago, they're probably looking out just to make sure that nobody else is going to bust them as well, considering they're making these dealings.
That makes sense to me. Anything else that you are trying to pull into this?
And just since we're staking out, maybe the sharp hearing would be able to help us tune in to what's being said.
Okay. All right, I do think that is pretty good. I am going to, in this case, I am actually going to pull on the unable to see the larger picture again, as you gain, as you're doing this stakeout. Any information that you gain is going to. Why is our refrigerator broken?
Oh no.
Is your refrigerator running?
Something's really just wreaking havoc on the electronics.
I
today,
guess.
huh?
Yeah. Yeah, like as you're going about this, like it's going to be very hard for you to kind of pin that down, but we do have those
Mhm.
put through. It's still a good 2 power though, and you are going to get an
I got-
attention for your
I
higher
got
education.
one more thing to argue.
Oh?
Do you think the private detective education would be able to help me really know what to look out for? Like, just be able to catch the small hand movements, like, oh, hey, they're trading materials between each other, just to make sure that nobody sees it.
I'll allow it. Go ahead, send it through.
Okay. All right. Oh! I'm a fucking failure of a detective.
Oh god.
Wow.
Is there an opposite of dynamite?
Wow.
Wow. Fuck.
Okay.
Let me just pull my binoculars up and look at this brick wall right here by the club. Just out in the open, just
All right. So
Even Rambles didn't expect the roll to be this bad.
So, I'm going to say that as you go through the investigation, you don't get noticed, by Akram, as far as you can tell. You were playing as cool as you could, but there is a very big problem. That being, this is a busy ass night. Honestly, it makes your job so easy to like just kind of play it cool and watch from the sidelines without drawing attention to yourself. But Ekram hasn't really had any time to do anything. He's just been out there the entire night, just running the bar. Even when he does get a chance to move away, it's for a very short time, going to the back room to get like another bottle of something that has run out.
Back rooms.
He's so busy, like he wouldn't have time to do anything weird. That
If
said,
that royally failed, maybe we keep an eye on him to see what he does after he leaves.
I mean, yeah. I mean, he's clearly too busy right now.
Right now.
Clearly.
Right now.
Right now. You know,
Right now?
maybe he
Right
won't be busy in a
Right.
little bit.
right now.
Right
now.
now.
But as the night goes on, though, it stays pretty busy throughout the night. When you do finally get the opportunity to investigate further, it's when the club is kind of drawing to a bit of a close.
Hmm.
If you want to follow from here, tell me how you're going to go about it.
Mm.
Hmm.
Hmm?
Well, it's not the first time that we've hunted someone down in the dark.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could just keep doing it. I could use my wooded paths.
Keep tabs
I've-
on him as he's traveling home, maybe.
I've
Just see if he
got
goes somewhere else
crepuscular
other than there.
vision.
You've got
I
crepuscular
could. Do you want to shove me up into the lights again?
Show me the way.
How
we know
about
where he
this?
is. We don't need to do that.
Yeah,
I mean,
but
all right.
No,
visions of
this,
the
But
sun
the
to see if he does
light.
something.
The
Lamp.
as the night starts to draw to a close for the club, and things really start to finally slow down, Ekram does seem to leave the bar to one of his assistants. And he dips again back into the back room of the club. And he doesn't come back as quickly as he usually does.
Lucian. Can we get a
What's up?
premonition? What is he doing?
Perhaps.
Can you see? Can you see the actions that he's doing?
What do your moth eyes see?
What do
I
you
w-
see?
I would love to give it a good go.
Blast them! Blast them with a flashlight!
All right.
Flashlight. I don't remember how to actually do this. I'm gonna be so real with you right now. Toe to toe?
In this case, yeah, we're probably gonna do no. This you could probably just do another investigate with
Oh, right, right,
this.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, as it currently stands, you are the observer. You're not like going up against them.
Yep.
Right. That does in fact make sense. Okay. So I'm trying to use premonitions and the Torch of Foresight. Kabonk.
Yes, those are perfectly fine. Sorry, give me 1 second. I have to move the fridge.
Okay.
Ha!
Is that some kind of euphemism?
Yeah.
How frigid dare you?
Hey.
We can't devolve into just making sounds at each other again. God damn it.
Brr.
So, Blazer,
Yeah.
what do you know about Draw Steel?
Oh my
I
god,
don't.
we're literally in the middle of a different fucking. All right, you know what? Pop off.
All right, now we're not. Rambles just went to move a fridge.
He had to go catch it.
So, I know you don't know D&D,
Yep.
but you've been playing some tabletop role-playing games lately, I imagine.
With rambles, that's about it.
Yeah, and yeah,
Hey, me
here
too,
with
man.
us.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Just like me, for real, for real.
For real. Wow.
Wow.
Draw Steel is basically a tactical high fantasy role-playing game. I don't want to say it's less narrative than these ones because obviously any kind of TTRPG is going to have quite a bit of narrative as part of it. But a lot of the
Mhm.
focus in Draw Steel is in the combat, in like actually fighting on a battle map with like a grid and movement and tokens and shit. And yeah, it's really fun. And with any luck, I don't know if Rambles has talked to you about this, but we're hoping to maybe start a bit of a campaign come right after you run yours.
Rambles did mention the one that me run like at the beginning of the year.
Exactly.
He hadn't mentioned anything after that.
Oh, okay. So yeah, we're basically thinking of starting potentially a Draw Steel campaign. So this would be a much more classic, like what you might think of in terms of tabletop role playing.
Mm-hmm.
It's very much the dungeons, the dragons, the orcs and goblins fighting, glory, triumph, all that good shit.
Since I have been introduced to Baldur's Gate, I essentially just expect classic D&D to be Baldur's Gate.
Okay, so
Yeah.
it is similar to Baldur's Gate.
Mhm.
It's a bit tricky though, in that like all of the things that you do are essentially different abilities that you have. So like, for how much Baldur's Gate have you played?
Part of the way through Act 2.
Okay, cool. So you kind of know how D&D plays at this point.
Yeah.
So let's take, we'll use the Fury. So Draw Steel has a class called a Fury that is very similar to a Barbarian.
Mhm.
Not exactly similar to a Barbarian, but they are the Draw Steel Barbarian. If you want to be a fucking hit hard person in the middle of combat, Fury is
go.
a great one to go for. Exactly.
Oingo boingo.
Because I'm assuming if you're playing through Baldur's Gate 3, you're of course running around with Karlach, so you should be relatively familiar with barbarians.
Damn, why you just gotta call me out like that? Fuck.
Because we're in the same boat.
Yeah.
Karlach is
Yeah.
irresistible.
She is very cool.
But yeah, so for instance,
Hang
you
on, wait,
do
wait. Okay,
choose.
hang on. Before we continue, what do you think are
Yes.
the other option? What other team members?
Usually for me. Oh God. I think I'm. All right. I might be telling on myself too much here,
hmm
but for me, it's usually Karlak, Shadowheart, and Gale.
Okay.
Usually Asterion kind of swapping out with Shadowheart.
Yeah, the first time I played, I didn't really like Asteria much, so we just kind of sat in the camp. I had Will, Gale, and Karlak.
Oh my God, you ran with Will?
Yeah,
God, what a baller move.
he's cool as fuck.
Yeah, nobody.
Sorry about that.
Oh,
What do
he's
you mean
back,
nobody
never mind.
runs with Will? Will's cool
You'll
as fuck.
never know.
I don't know what's going on with the refrigerator, but it.
Was it
It's been
running?
moved. Do you have to go catch it?
Well, the freezer was working, but all of the cold in the fridge was not. And the only thing I can assume is that it just didn't get closed properly, and all of the cold got let out. But because we unplugged it, plugged it back in, and compressors, it sounds like it's working. Oh well. Either way, I hope it's fixed. We'll see. Anywho,
Is
Uh,
it time?
it's time. Do it.
Hiya!
What?
Hey!
Fucking hell,
It all balances.
Detective Lucian.
Holy fuck. How does it feel being constantly shown up by the people around you?
Take my badge. Take my badge. I don't need it.
Power of the moth. You'll
Alright.
never laugh at my flashlight again.
Well, there you go. You get two questions based on this premonition. So, you make sure to look into the lights. You prepare yourself, and in a flash of brilliance, you see the answer to your question, which is
Right.
Yeah, Lucian, what's your fucking question?
So we were all right.
Mhm.
So we're determining
Yep.
Yeah, huh?
the bartender,
Mhm.
Sure
what
are.
he's where he going? Where he going?
If he's dealing in drugs, see if he's giving drugs to people.
Yeah,
Yes.
okay.
because the shit we found in the pills were like the shit he's known for doing.
All right. In that case, then, so go ahead. Put something through. Yeah. So you see brilliant flashes of the future, and you see in the what appears to be just the back room of the club,
Mahum?
in which there are just shelves and shelves of supplies, more alcohol and drink and whatnot. You actually do see Ekram standing over a table. He hasn't left the club. Hard to tell
Mhm.
how far ahead in the future this is, but you see him pouring out what appears to be some table salt into a small dish. And he focuses on it, hovering his hand over the dish. And you can see the salt start to have a bit more shine to it. And he then just puts it into a small baggie and sets it off to the side. And repeats the process a couple more times.
Wow.
What is
The
your second
bartender does
question?
give drug.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Second question. What is my second question, really? I mean, hold on now. Hold your horses.
You don't want that to be your second question?
My
The
second
monkey's
question is,
paw curls.
what? What?
Yeah.
So,
Maybe
could we
how is
perhaps-
bartender distribute drug?
oh,
Or if
that's
what they're
I was
creating is
gonna-
a drug.
I mean, it's a drug, right? It's a drug.
I mean,
It's gotta be a drug.
magic
sparkly-
table salt. That's a drug to me.
That's a drug.
Yeah.
That's a drug.
Toe to tip. That's a drug.
Super funny if they were just making fucking seasoning salt for the bar
That, bro,
fries, though.
that's the concern. I don't want to, accuse an innocent individual.
I do.
Oh,
Use an innocent
Right.
individual.
Yeah. What's
I
your?
do have
Okay.
pretty sufficient evidence that I think that that he is indeed the guy who's making the drugs. Mostly in that. Never mind.
Go on.
For some reason, I thought. I didn't
Yeah.
even look at the fucking sticky note on the screen. I thought that Ekram was maker backwards. But not so, not quite.
No, not
So
quite.
anyway, not quite. Gotta keep on their toes.
Is that why you thought? Wait, hold. Is that why you thought he was definitely make drug because his name is Maker backwards?
Just for a second. But yes. Okay.
I
So-
think I hate to say it, Rambles. I think you made this case a little too complex for the titans of intellect that you have here.
Oh, for all you know, they're right on it. Damn, I didn't think you'd get so quickly.
You see, I thought I was clever by not exactly making it Maker backwards, but you saw right through that ruse.
Yeah, that's
Hey, you think you can switch a couple letters around on me? Why I oughta. Okay,
Acha,
I oughta. So okay. Fucking
go on.
lock in here. So we want to. So do we? Is the priority then really that we want to know like if that is in fact the drug,
Yeah.
Either that or how he's getting it distributed.
or how he's distributing it? I'm a little more concerned with how it's being distributed
Mhm.
myself.
Okay.
I hear your concern.
Because here's the
I
thing.
just what is the probability
we
that it's a red herring
find
really?
If we find that he's just making some shit to put around his margaritas, and we ask how is he distributing it,
Right,
and we
right.
see him mixing a
Yeah.
margarita, then that rules
That's-
out that it is the drug.
Yeah,
I mean,
he
does
he's
it
got
though?
that
Because
pink
that's a pretty
Himalayan salt.
ingenious way. Yeah. Okay, so we'll do that. How is B distribute?
How is he distribute? What are frogs?
all right. You, in a flash, just almost fast forward through just an empty club that then suddenly fills with people once again as the next night starts. And in quick flashes, you see Ekram at the bar. Just glass, alcohol, a sprinkling over the glass. That looks very familiar.
It is for his margaritas.
Mm-hmm.
He did the exact same thing to Micah's drink.
You know, I was kind of stupid, and I thought he was literally just rubbing his fingers together, and it was coming out of his fingers when he was doing it. The Micah's drink.
Like
my
fairy
God.
dust.
My
mean-
finger dust.
Did I say finger dust? No, we're good. Never
No,
mind.
you said fairy dust. I
Fairy
said
dust.
I
finger
did say fairy
dust.
dust. Okay, cool. I'm being assaulted by a cat at the moment as well. So.
Assault?
A
A magic salt?
Oh
Just
shit!
one
Oh, fuck.
unit of salt?
Shit! It all comes full circle.
So I do think this means we can largely rule out Ekram,
Mm-hmm.
because that's not the drug. That's just
Yeah.
That's just what he does with his drinks.
Mixing
Yeah.
salt.
Which
Though, at the very least,
Yeah, but
it's clear that, like, with these clues, if this isn't him making the drug, the method seems to be similar.
Mm-hmm.
well, there you have it.
I don't know if that's so.
There you have it.
Now, when you say the method seems to be similar, speak on that.
Based on
Well,
what
we don't have. Wait, no, we still have a clue.
Wait, did what?
I
Did we
mean-
really?
well, Blazer does
I think
have
we
a
clue from earlier,
yeah.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
and I'll let you I'll let you decide if you want to, like, ask a question in regards to that, like, use that. But it was talked about with the pills, that there is a process by which an individual can infuse something with magic. Typically, it doesn't really matter what it is, but he had mentioned that there are people like Ekram that infuse something very mundane, like table salt or flour, something that is otherwise just could just be put into whatever.
Just regular run-of-the-mill cocaine, and it's been infused to be harmful.
Yeah, right?
Oh yeah.
But it seems like this is what the process that the guy was talking about, is infusing something.
Talking about.
And like infusing a thing with the magic or for later use. Especially if it's a lot more discreet.
So it's been infused with magic elsewhere. Not by Ekram, but by perhaps somebody else.
Yes.
I'm not sure what that tells us, frankly.
I mean, it.
Up to us to find out.
Yeah. I will admit, it doesn't tell you much.
So who wants to see where that card wants to take us?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, that's fine.
We can give it a try.
I have no qualms.
All right.
Or we can check out the construction company.
We can
Yeah.
check out the construction company, but
I have no qualms with this as well.
Like I said, you do still have the options of either checking on Mr. and Mrs. Moore, or going to Cord Construction, or if there's something else that you think might help. If you have a specific way that you want to try to investigate the compelling card that could potentially get you something.
well, you're the detective.
Detect.
Yeah, detect.
Since we're not going to get any answers from Mr. Moore, maybe getting an answer from somebody else that was closer to him before the situation happened. Of course, he was at
Coworker.
work, so he probably came from work to the bar and then left alone at the bar, and that's when he disappeared. So maybe somebody from work could have found out where he was going.
All right. In that case, do you wish to go back to? Do you wish to investigate Cord Construction then?
I would like to investigate core construction.
All right. Okay. In that case, then, I will ask, do you wish to wait until they are open, or are you going to try to go at night when they are closed? That this will of course change how you go about this. But and also whether or not you actually run into any individuals.
I mean, I will say you are running around with a moth and a sneaky little goblin.
Maybe we go scope out the the area.
Yeah, maybe he had an office or something with an
Yep.
address he wrote down to try to find where we're going.
Okay.
Well, you know,
So
let's
just do a
go.
little casual breaking and entering.
All right.
Except we won't even need the break.
So you do want to go there at night.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
You head straight over to Cord Construction while the sun is still down. The office building itself is not too big, but you can see the sign proudly proclaiming it as Cord Construction. And obviously, the door is going to be locked. There are security cameras that are set up mostly on like the parking lot and potentially some within the building, you could presume. But nobody seems to be here. This is not a place that is going to benefit from, nor would it probably want to waste the money on security overnight past the cameras. How do you wish to proceed? Are you going to try to break in or to use some
Is
other
it
methods?
fenced in? I mean, I'm assuming there's an office somewhere that we're gonna have to gain access to.
Yes,
Are the grounds themselves fenced in, or?
So where he worked was specifically in their in like their main office. He was not one of the people that actually went out to do construction projects. He basically did a desk job. And what you are at is effectively that office. You would go in there or call this place in order to have a request put in. They would put through all the paperwork, get contracts set up, and get things scheduled. From there, wherever they have all of their boys,
They're boys.
that's going to be a different place. More than likely a big lot that they have set up just somewhere else with all their construction materials.
Okay, so this isn't like a construction yard with an office on site. This is just an office building of Cord Construction.
Yes.
Entirely. Okay. Readjusting my mental scene, and cool. Let's break the fuck in.
Oh, I'm immediately stepping back a little bit. I'll watch the perimeter. I am a private investigator. I'm not gonna do just break into somewhere.
I don't suppose our buddy's SO told you what floor his office was on, did she?
I mean, I can
Also,
make
is
a
it
call.
a single-story building? Or...
It's two floors. More than likely they have just like kind of taking a look through the windows from a distance. It's clear that a lot of the first floor is like an opening lobby, potentially like some spaces where you might be able to actually go in and talk to somebody about what you're wanting. But the top floor, or the second floor, is where a lot of the work, the paperwork and stuff would actually get done.
I don't think he was customer facing, was he? So second floor it is. I want to use my. You sure you don't want to come with, Frigg? We're not actually breaking anything. I'm just gonna find a back door, as it were.
Just see if it's unlocked. Jiggle the hand. Well, guess we gotta go home.
No, not like that.
Oh yeah.
Other than that, I'm gonna like turn the corner out of sight of one of the video cameras and just go to an entrance of one of the wooded paths. Just like, hey, look, they left this door open.
All right.
I think I'll sit here for a bit. I'll let you have the fun.
Okay. In that case, then this is probably going to be a sneaker round since you're trying to use this to get around security and get in.
Oh,
Um,
absolutely.
so is anybody else following Robin in here? All right. Sounds like Robin, this is a
Sounds like I'm
solo
going in
venture.
alone. Cool. Nobody wants to follow me in at all?
I can come with you.
You don't sound
don't
very
have to.
convinced. It's okay.
No, I'll do it. I'm big and strong and brave.
Alright then. I know exactly how I'm going to do this.
All right.
So, first of all, obviously, I'm trying to get into the building using my shadow trails, so go ahead and click that. And then that's far away from where I'm trying to get, like some of the outside cameras.
Mhm.
Also away from where Frigg's waiting. I'm just gonna have the image of like some really attractive people kind of walking by in front of the camera, stopping, getting a little frisky together. You know, give anyone who's watching this camera something a little better to look at than any glimpse of movement they might see elsewhere.
All right.
And then, other than that, I think, yeah, we're gonna give this a try.
All right. Send it through. Let's see what we got. I think that is perfectly valid. I will not be pulling on either of your weaknesses in this case. Oh,
Ooh,
and
Lucian, are you helping with your
Lucian's
architectural
using
duties?
help.
I'm helping, yeah.
Well, they're specifically using their help that they have for you.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
All right.
I guess we've done this together before, so it's the old Lucian and Robin show.
Yeah. Ooh, look at that.
Hey, look at that.
Mm.
Without
Ain't-
any issues. Like with Lucian's help, just kind of keeping an eye out, they can see like where blind spots may be very easily, based on where the cameras are and the architecture. They're not big, very, very small blind spots, but it's enough for you to get through completely unnoticed. You go down the paths, and as you navigate them, they feel as familiar as always. Even if you have never broken into this particular building, you know exactly where you need to go. And one turn becomes another until you enter into an office building.
Oh shit!
And on the second floor of this building, you see, while there are cameras in here, they keep the lights off. It's very dark. And you,
Something at crepuscular vision.
yeah, and you
Dude.
do see before you a bunch of separated desks. It seems like for a lot of these, they are just kind of out in one big open room, almost cubicle style, but a lot more open floor plan so people can talk with one another and pass documents back and forth with ease. Um, with a couple extra rooms that are separated off for presumably higher ups. There are markings on each desk that seem to refer to the different workers, um, as they are assigned their own workstation. Pictures of family members and scattered documents still dot the desktops. The occasional screensaver being the only real dim light that is even still here.
All right, Lucian, you're on.
My time to shine, as it were.
Uh-huh. So, how
A
are
bright
you
flash
going
is seen
about
from
this?
inside the office building?
Okay, so we need to. We see what's going on here. I think is the deal. So I would like to use crepuscular vision and also maybe architectural acuity to just kind of get a general sweep of the area.
Okay. Go ahead and send that
Is this
through with.
also
Yeah, this would probably be an
investigate?
investigate, yes.
Okay? Okay. Is there anything else I can? Hold on. What if I'm also very convicted?
Who's convicting you?
Myself. I wanna get to the bottom of this. I wanna be useful.
Okay.
Oh, don't you just?
Well,
Yeah.
I will say, uh, I am going to actually be pulling on the light source weakness because as it stands, unless you plan on drawing full attention to yourselves, you're not really going to have any light source to, you know, use like your divination properly. So it's going to be a bit harder for you. But everything else, though, I think is perfectly fine and should stand. Do you have any objections to this?
Not particularly, I don't guess.
All right.
All right, Hebonk.
Okay. So that was overall a success. Though of course there is going to be a complication. Um,
Of course, of course. Fuck is the MC again? I cannot read that as anything other than main character.
Well, that's
Master of
Master
Ceremonies.
Yeah.
Okay, great, cool.
Basically,
Yeah.
the person running the game.
Okay. Yeah. Makes sense.
Did you just say KKK?
Not
Right.
on purpose.
All right, I'm
Can
going
we
to
move
say
on?
in this case, I'm going to be setting it up as the clues that you get are fuzzy and incomplete or part true, part false. As in this moment, you are still trying to remain in blind spots. So I'm going to assume that is not changed. So from where you are currently at, knowing that the spot that you are in this moment is safe, go ahead, ask some questions, get 2 clues, and I will answer them at least partially.
All right. Good questions to ask in this scenario. Do we do
I mean, I'll tell you one
Ah.
I'm interested in learning.
for sure help? Yeah.
Where's this guy's office?
Yeah.
That's the main one I'm trying to get figured out at the moment.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Oh shit.
Sorry, I'm just
Fucking-
updating those as partial clues.
Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. I thought my fucking. I have to use my mouse pad now, so I thought my
Ah.
shit was just.
No, you're
being
fine. You're
wonky.
fine.
It's pretty great too, because right as you said, I accidentally typed an A. Anyway.
Ah.
Ah. Okay, so yeah, we're asking where is would it be the main office? Is that like a good?
I
feel
think
like
that I think that you want what Robin's wanting to find is Mr. Moore's desk specifically.
Yeah.
Oh, the desks. Okay.
Yeah,
Right.
basically, I'm trying to find this guy's office so we can see if he's got any clues as to where he might have been doing his shit. You know? There you go. You get me?
Feel me?
Yeah. Okay. A bonk.
Okay. I will say that as you look over the room, all the various desks laid out, you're looking for any sign of what may be Mr. Moore's desk. And it's clear that Mr. Moore would not be someone higher up. But looking over the desks, you find, trying to narrow it down, there are actually 3 desks that look like they have been untouched for a while. Like, at least a week or 2. Seems like the process for removing an individual is quite slow in this office.
Indeed.
What I'm hearing is bro is still got some effects here,
Yeah.
which is good.
And potentially not the only one.
Who still has effects here?
There is more than one desk that's been completely left unattended.
Right.
Let's start rifling through them, I say.
You
I
do
got a
still have,
question.
yeah, you do still have one more question if you have something to ask. You don't have to.
Is this something we can like save for later, or just?
I mean, you can hold it, but unless something comes up that is directly in relation to this moment right now, you
Right.
will lose the clue.
Oh shit! I mean, we might as well use it, right?
Yeah.
So we can ask. Okay, so 3 desks that have been abandoned, essentially.
Yes.
Okay. One of which will be Mr. Moore's.
Presumably.
So that should lead us to some sort of useful conclusion. ...
Is that your question or a statement?
No. There
I
was
wish we had
no.
a
I
detective
didn't.
in here with us right about now.
I didn't turn my
I'm
tone
gonna
up at the
break
end.
into just an office, okay? You know, we have suspicions, but they're...
Oh my god, you're not even a real cop, you're just a private detective. Get in here.
Oh, fuck. I've just got an earpiece in. I'm just hearing you fucking argue with me outside. Oh, really?
Here, I'll show you the way.
Yeah. Can you give me a door,
I'm gonna
please?
retrace our steps and bring Frigg in here.
Retrace our struts.
Retrace our steps. Words are hard, okay?
Strutting through the building you just didn't break into.
Okay. I'll allow you to bring Frigg into this danger.
I mean, listen, he should have been here in the first place. I'm
I
just
should have
trying
been
to
here in the first place, okay?
rectify.
You know, I was just trying to, like, oh, I don't want to break into somewhere, but
But we're not breaking. That's the best part about it.
You're not breaking anything. We're just somewhere where you shouldn't probably be.
We're here under the authority of the moth.
Yeah.
Authority of the moth. See.
Yeah, the moth.
Thank you, Robin.
You're welcome.
Anywho, do you
Right,
wish
so
to
second
proceed or have a
question.
second question?
Yes. All right. So, any ideas, detective?
All right. Sitting on the ground outside, I've zoned out just a little bit. We were researching what Dusky was, and we were narrowing it down between 3, right?
Yes, 3 of
Narrowing
which
down
are
between three,
abandoned. It
or
could be any one
looking
of the
at the
3. Yeah.
We could also just see what's in all 3 of them.
Well, there's 3 of us and
Is
3
that a
desks.
question I can ask? Is what's in what's in the 3 desks?
I mean, I suppose you
Imagine
could
Dusky.
ask.
I mean, I guess it just comes down to like, do we need to use a question to get into the 3 desks? Because I feel like we could do that without having to use a clue now that we're in here.
Yeah,
now
like
that we're
it's
in here,
it's okay.
narrow
Like
it
I
down.
mean,
investigating is always a thing that you can just do again. You could just abandon the clue. It's fine.
I guess that's also okay. Well, I guess this isn't the precious resource I've taken it to be. Fine, we can start rifling now that we've
It's a
brought
decent
the
resource.
chicken in here.
All right.
All right.
Well,
Yeah, let's all take a
Rifle,
desk.
rifle.
Just try to
Okay.
leave it in a somewhat untouched state. Let's not have them breaking down the door of my office.
Yeah,
Well,
anyone
just don't
bring,
leave
like,
anything
latex
behind.
Gloves? We don't leave
Yeah.
prints.
Does anybody have gloves?
I would imagine that, given the nature of what I do a lot of the time, I've certainly got gloves.
oh yeah, you
Well,
probably do.
know, I don't have to worry about gloves. I don't really have fingerprints anymore. As terrible as that is.
I'll allow it.
But
The gloves, not the lack of fingerprints.
Oh, okay.
Although, I mean, I'm not sure what you're gonna do about that either.
Yeah, I
yeah.
mean,
They're already gone.
Yeah.
Can't really give them back.
True.
Plus, I'm covered. It's covered anyway. But okay.
so I'm gonna slap some
Anyhow.
gloves on surgeon style. You know, like where they smack them.
Yeah, make sure
They
to
do
make some noise for the
little-
cameras.
Ah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know why they always do that, but clearly it's
A little
important.
lascivious wink with a finger pointing.
Calling it
Telling
the.
Fucking lascivious. Christ almighty. All right, well, let's get to it, I suppose.
I always assume that they just like let it snap so that like they're not touching their skin. Like they pull on the gloves in such a way that like they're not touching their skin. Like the entire point of wearing the fucking gloves.
I know
But
you're
I
putting
don't- I-
on the gloves.
No, I don't know why that. Like what? But the slap though, I don't think. I still
Well-
don't think the slap is necessary for that.
Well, because they
I
they
don't
just
know.
let go and like that way they're not like slowly
Well,
letting
okay,
it
but
down.
You don't have to let go that far away from your fucking like. I don't know.
I think we know what we should spin the clue on now.
Yeah, you know what? You're so right. Why the fuck do they slap their gloves like that?
Let me do some rifling.
All right, so you're going to scatter throughout the office and look at the 3 desks.
Yep.
Each one of you takes one and starts looking over whatever you can. The I will say I'm actually just going to roll a d6 here. I'm going to say, Beetle, you're all your 1 and 2, Blazer, you're 3 and
Alright.
4, and
Hooray.
Okay.
Gizmo, you are 5 and 6.
As always.
And
Well-
Gizmo finds Mr. Moore's desk. But-
Wait, hold on. There's a but. Oh no.
That's not to say that the others are unable to find anything. So, despite not finding the desk of Mr. Moore specifically, you all do still end up with a very unkept desk. It seems like, just as described before, these all have a healthy layer of dust on them, despite the moving back and forth that presumably this office has. Nobody's come by to do anything more than put a paper that maybe fell onto the floor back onto the desk, or stack something up. They haven't even bothered boxing up the individual things on here. And as you are rifling through, or as you're like kind of rifling through what is there, trying not to make too much of a mess, both Beetle and Blazer, you do actually find a compelling card.
Can I do some more investigation inside the drawers to see if I can find any sort of name tag or identifiers to who this drawer may have belonged to?
Sure, you can kind of look around on the desk, see if there's any kind of name tags.
Would that just be a roll investigate?
No, I'd say it wouldn't be too hard to actually
Okay.
like just get. As you're looking at the desk, fucking hell. Eh. There, I'm just gonna do that. Okay. So you find that the desk that you are at in particular, Frigg, appears to belong to one Mr. Cari. Cari. First name Irvine.
Okay.
And you start kind of thinking back to what you have found so far. While the name obviously is not enough to draw a connection to Mr. Moore directly, you do kind of remember seeing reports of missing people, and among them Irvine Cari. It's like it's eating away at the back of your mind. You know that somehow this is connected. it's was more than likely just like a news report that you had heard, or a an article that you had read, something that popped up on your phone just talking about workers going missing. And it would have been in a otherwise long list of names, but it's there. It's there somewhere in the back of your mind. You know it for a fact. While you're thinking on that, Lucian, are you doing anything extra at the desk that you are at? And you know for a fact that it's not Mr. Moore. It appears to actually be for a Norwood Bonnie. Though you wouldn't really have any way to connect that to anything in particular other than just knowing that's not Mr. Moore at all.
I mean, there's nothing strictly saying that they're not connected, right?
No, of course not. Like a desk that's abandoned like this, and of course finding the compelling card, it's clear that even if they didn't have direct connections to Mr. Moore, they have been approached with something similar, or at least with what you are currently looking into.
I wonder if this is a place where I could use my torch.
Light the desk
Just
on fire?
to premonice, if that's. I'm declaring that that's a word now.
I love just sitting around the fire and reminiscing.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to like try to gain any information through that way, I would actually say this would, depending on what you're trying to do, we may actually have to look beyond the mist if you're trying to get something or get information on something outside of this building.
And I suppose that I am. Just to... I'm mostly interested in whether this person has anything to do with the goings-ons. And maybe, if so, how so? But that's...
How so?
Okay.
You know,
Well,
quite a bit.
I mean, bare minimum, you do of course have like just general knowledge that they were approached. The card that you have found is exactly the same as the one from before. Though you don't know where they are, and you do not know if they were like friends of Mr. Moore or not. They were clearly coworkers.
Right.
And the fact that they were approached with this does say quite a bit with looking at the state of the desk.
Right. Well, and but see, then if they, yeah, if I could find out where they are, I could still be
Okay.
useful.
That
This person
could be
a
useful.
lead, perhaps.
In that case, then, if you're wanting to find out, or if you're wanting to potentially ask where they may be using premonitions, that would in fact be looking beyond the mist.
All right.
Go ahead. That's under
Well,
special moves. Look beyond the mist. This is just going to be at 1 power because you have one mythos.
Right. Okay. All right. All right. Hey, bunk.
That was
Well,
a
well.
success.
We get 1 clues.
I am going to say though that since we are running into another complication, this one, I'm going to say that your investigation is going to expose you to danger.
Oh shit.
You try to go very quickly. Just focus in, just one quick flash, just to get that premonition, and it works. Your mind expands and travels from this desk, trying to draw that connection, find that just string connecting this location, their effects to the individual. And you go across the city, just rapidly whizzing past buildings, and just in a faint glimpse you see what appears to be an abandoned building, one that has long since been overgrown, just left to the ravages of time. Vines and grass and just random foliage growing up through cracked windows and broken pavement, tearing away at brick. And suddenly you're back in the building. And you hear an alarm.
Well, fuck.
Wait, I spelled derelict wrong. Fuck. Okay,
All right, we get it.
Robin. You are in the middle of looking over the desk. I will give you a chance to do one thing that you
Hey.
are actively in the process of doing when suddenly the alarm in the building goes off. As you just like look up, see a flash, like you're like looking over, you see a flash of light from their torch, and just
Hey, that's not very sneaky at all there. All right, time to go quick.
Alright, what
I'm-
are you doing at the desk?
I'm going to rifle through it, see if I can find any of Mr. Moore's notes, any like addresses that are written down, literally anything I can find. I'm not even stopping to read it. I'm basically opening a drawer, taking whatever piece of paper I can, holding it up for like half a second, throwing or putting it back, and then doing that just over and over again. I'm basically trying to use my body cam to get a little image of it that we can go over later, since time is of the essence,
Okay.
apparently.
Yeah, you start just rifling through the desk, pulling up paper, and as you're like rifling through, you feel it just very faintly. It's a very similar sensation to holding the card, but it's different. And it causes you to just like stop for the briefest of moments. Thankfully, there's not much on this sheet of paper. It just simply says, "Join us."
Says what now?
Join us.
Oh, join us. All right.
And you feel that pull. It's clear that this is more faint, more subtle than the last. Do you toss this aside?
Well, if I feel something from it, no, I'm gonna pocket it.
Okay. You quickly
'Cause I can
pocket it.
immediately- Yeah, if I can immediately feel something on it, then I toss it aside.
Alright. You do so. You quickly pocket it and just go back through rifling some more papers just in case there's anything else. And after going through what feels like as much as you're going to get in this time frame, you know that you have to go. If you stay any longer, you will be caught. As far as like you've been through these motions before. You've set off your share of alarms despite your best efforts. You know the cops are on their way and they are about to round that corner. They're not that far.
Lucian, I think we need to make our leave.
Yeah, I think now would be the time.
Robin! Robin! You're gonna get us out of here!
I was just gonna fucking pop their head out from under one of the desks where it's still all dark and be like, yeah, come on, what are you guys waiting for? We gotta go!
Wait on you! We can't get out!
All right.
I'm just gonna motion for everybody to get up under this desk.
Okay. You quickly get up under the desk
Through the
and
wooded paths, of course.
yes, of course. So I would say right now this is still. I'm still gonna say this is sneaking around because you're not pushing it any further, but understand that if there's a complication, it's going to involve the cops. I mean, if you try to push it further, see if like there's anything else that you can glean. Like if you take any action right at this point other than trying to sneak out of here, then the next action that you're taking is the risk.
That's where I wanna be though.
You at least make a door so we can get out so everybody isn't caught.
Yeah, go in. That's fine. God, I don't know what else we would find in here though.
The lure of it, isn't it?
I just can't think of any actual benefit I'd have. As much as I want to try to take the risk, I can't think of any reward to go with it.
That's perfectly
I think we're
fine.
just gonna head out. I am, before I leave, going to just take like a stapler or something and toss it through a window opposite to where we're leaving.
Okay.
Just real quick.
Just for fun.
Just for fun. Okay,
Yeah.
that's fair. All right.
Might
In
as
that
well.
case, then,
Also
go
to,
ahead.
like, give them the jukes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
I'm
of
just
course.
going to add just here. There you go. There is a temporary stapler.
All right.
I think that's something that you could easily find in here, and I'll allow it.
Cool.
Right,
Using that
and
insert green, of course, because I'm helping the others get out.
yes, and I think all of those are fine. I'm not gonna pull on the burning of the light.
All right, let's go.
Oh,
Something just got burned.
That
Oh,
was
the stapler.
That was a stapler.
Yeah,
You
well,
burned
it
the
would be.
stapler. Yeah, right.
Oh, barely. But we did get there.
All right. Yes. You managed to get out of the building. Let's see. I'm going to say someone unimportant noticed you. As you leave the building, and just rush the others out of the wooded paths to run off into the night. You look over, and while the alarms are still blaring on this building, across the street, there's a guy that's looking directly at you. He may not know how you got out of this building, but he knows that you were here. We can only hope that he keeps his mouth shut.
should we threaten him?
That depends.
Just a quick threaten. You can just keep your mouth shut.
I'm not sure we've got the time for that right now.
I don't think we have the time.
Maybe
Maybe
do a
just
little lunge at him as we pass.
maybe just look at him. Since he knows, you just put the fingers in the eyes and then point at him. Just
Alternatively, I could not try to face him directly so that he gets a good bead on my actual features.
Well, one of us is covered in bandages from head to toe. Okay. There is none of my features that are being exposed.
I have a cloak.
The beetle should do it. Lucian.
Alright.
Intimidate them.
So,
From deep within my hood.
I mean, I'll leave it up to you. You do have the opportunity to just walk away, though this may be a complication that comes up later. I'll leave that up to you. What you want to do.
I don't know. I'm alright with just leaving him.
I'm okay with
I
you,
like the
Sleeper.
idea of having a complication that comes up later, frankly.
Yeah.
All right. In that case, then, you all run off into the night. The only person seeing you being one unnamed individual. But hey, you do have something to pull on now. And with that,
Next
we
time
will be
on City of Mists.
going into the next. We'll be going into the end game. Go ahead, Frig. You this time. Go ahead and do the end session.
Press this button here. Press thank you. Bam.
Okay. So, again, as usual, I will ask each question. This is to all of you. How has the crew grown this session? Does anybody believe that the crew has grown this session?
Had a little bit more team building exercises.
Yeah, we did some
Yeah.
actual team investigating. I think we're getting better at that.
I completely agree.
working together.
And because of that, I will allow it. Yeah, we're gonna mark 1 attention on your crew.
Nice.
Next, which character had the most meaningful interaction with your character this session? Starting with Lucian.
That's a great question. Who did interact with me directly?
Who did I speak to today?
There wasn't a lot of direct interaction. We're mostly just firing our guns in the same direction, so to speak.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, the thing that stands out in my mind the most is getting to send you that help point. That felt cool, but that's not really you interacting with me, Robin.
Yeah.
It's perfectly fine. Like,
However,
it is perfectly fine if you can't answer this question. If you feel like you did not have a good or bad interaction with any crew members, like outright, that is perfectly fine. You don't have to.
yeah. Probably not then. Like I said, like we did a lot of good stuff together, like as a group, I think, but not like as far as individual interaction goes.
Okay.
Yeah, not as much.
All right. I will still ask the question to the others individually. Frigg, did you have any meaningful interactions with a character this session? Do you feel like you did at least?
Oh, you know, Robin's got doors. Robin gets us in and out of sticky situations with doors. It's really
That's
nice.
true, yeah. That's a good point.
Okay, so you
Convinced me
feel
to decide to break the law.
all right. Do you-
Scot free?
Okay. In that case, then, I will next ask: do you think that that is going to be good for Frigg, or do you think that Frigg as a character would kind of be against that in some way?
I think he'd be a bit more against it just due to having the education and like wanting to uphold the law that he spent so much time studying.
Okay. In that case, then go ahead and mark a hurt for Robin. And finally, Robin, have you had any meaningful interactions with an individual this session?
Well, Lucian did help me get into the place easier.
Okay, so
We've got this real buddy criminal thing going on.
I think so too. So in that case, then they use their help they use their help point to help you. I feel it makes perfect sense for you to get a help point in return to use for them.
Nice.
All right. And the final question, does anybody feel as if any of their themes has been under strain? I know not a whole lot happened when it came to, strain on themes this time around. But if anybody feels differently, feel free to tell me.
I feel pretty good. I even got to go to church.
That's
Yeah.
true. You specifically put attention on one of your themes.
I would say, Frigg, I know that you did actually go ahead and like put yourself forward more in this investigation, which I think is very good. That is kind of like trying to like kind of take charge and be self-dependent. I think that's
Crack his higher education because he's just that
Yes.
bad.
yeah. Fuck.
Oh fuck.
As smart as I want to be, God, I'm a fucking dog.
I'm tempted because like
dear.
anybody that runs into this many troubles in his literal fucking job I'd be
trained for this
questioning
moment.
myself.
Unfortunately, I didn't train well.
I cheated
Oh,
all
boy.
on my exams by writing the answers on my hands.
Oh boy.
Does it show?
Use
Yeah, it
My
does.
essays
ChatGPT
were
to
AI.
study.
Uh,
And yeah, I think Lucian, you were fine. You've been leaning a lot on your Bridge to the Future, but I do like that you took time for your cult. I don't feel like anything else has been like under strain. And Robin, I feel like you've been doing fucking great. You even like doing your Substack Legend stuff, like like end caps. Literally starting with your Substack stuff for your like intro, and ending with you using your surreptitious body cam, which you'll be able to pull on later.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, that's really good shit. I think that's good. The last thing that we are going to cover as the session draws to a close, you did find some more stuff that I personally feel is relevant to the investigation, which I could have been typing this stuff up while we were going over it, but okay. You, of course, did go to Cord Construction and started checking the desks of the missing workers. In those desks, you also did find what appears to be an invitation of some kind. And through Lucian's gazing through the mist, or looking through the mist, you got some information about where at least one of the missing workers may have gone. Some kind of derelict building. May not know exactly where it is, but Lucian would definitely recognize it if you found it. And perhaps the
Not
invitation
many buildings are
may...
derelict like that one.
Yeah, not quite. So, with that all said and done, next time we will be hopefully getting this closed out. I'm not going to make a connection to the derelict building just yet, as you don't know quite where it is, but hopefully you'll be able to make that connection through some quick investigation. And we'll be able to...
Closing in on them.
Yep.
Like rats in a maze.
All right. And it's a shame that that Rise wasn't able to join us for this, but with any luck, she will be able to join us for the finale. But we'll see on Tuesday. We'll try to get her caught up on what actually happened here, so that she
we
is
always have
in
the
the
intro.
know. Yeah, there is the intro. I should make her do the intro.
Yeah, yeah.
Now we're gonna make Lucian do it.
Yeah, I would like a different person to do it. Though, I'm not going to force you. Beetle, would you be willing to do the intro on Tuesday? All that you need to do is kind of recap your thoughts in character on what you have found so far, either from the last session or up to this point. What are your thoughts on on what you have, what your next steps are, and how things are going? It should just be Yeah, you'll have plenty of time to think about it. You don't have to write anything down like the first two did if you just want to do a general recap in the moment, but just something to think about.
Yeah, sure.
Wonderful. Well, until then, if you're still here, thank you for being here, and I hope that you all have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your night.
Until Tuesday.
Till Tuesday.